Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Samantha. If you're new here, welcome. Today I'm going to be doing a review video, and I wanted to review one of the new Jaclyn Hill times Morphe palettes. I got Bling Boss, and it is the purple, and this is what it looks like. The shades look really pretty. It has a mirror. It retails for $15, which is not bad, so if these shadows work, that'll be a great deal. So with Morphe, they had an issue with the first launch that was supposed to happen. It was supposed to launch last month, but they had issues when the influencers received them in PR, and for some reason they pushed the launch date back. So now they launched, and it's only been a month. So I'm kind of curious as to what really they could have changed in such a short amount of time, but we shall see. My eyelids are already primed with the Makeup Revolution concealer, so I'm just going to jump right in. I'm going to start off with the shade Hush Hush. Next, I'm going to be going into the shade Rockstar. Zoom in just a little bit. This shade comes off very patchy. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but it looks a little patchy so far. And it's kind of hard to blend out. Blending just looks really uneven. Like it looks very deep right here where the shadow initially got put on and very light towards the top. It just takes a lot of work to buff it out. Now I'm going to go in with a little bit of Mystic on the outer corner. So I took a little bit of Hush Hush and blended over those two colors, and that helped a little bit. Now I'm going to take the Makeup Revolution concealer and do a half cut crease and test out some of these shimmer shades. Now I want to take the shade Ballsy, and I'm going to try to take it without spraying anything on it first to see how it does. So it definitely looks like you'll have to spray it. Now I'm going to take a little bit of Bling Bling and put that on top of that. I think this eye look came out pretty. I think the mattes took a little bit of work. They showed up very patchy at first. You got to work a little harder than typical Morphe shades to blend it in. I feel like they might not be very beginner friendly if someone doesn't want to work as hard to blend it out. The shimmers are pretty. Ballsy you did have to spray, but Bling Bling you did not, and I think overall the look is pretty. I just think that compared to typical Morphe shadows, the formula is definitely different because I had a hard time blending Rockstar out. Now I'm going to try on this eye. I want to use the shade Spark, which is the other matte shade in there, and see if I have similar issues with that. So that shade blended out a little easier. I feel like you did have to have a little extra work to blend out the edges though. But I feel like that one was way easier and way less patchy than Rockstar. Add a little bit of Mystic to the outer corner. Just to darken that up. And see, it just kind of sits there even when you're trying to blend it out. It doesn't really want to buff out. I feel like it kind of just sat there. You can see exactly where it's sitting. I think you can definitely make these shadows work, but it does take a little bit of time, and it takes a lot more blending than my other Morphe palettes that I do own. Like the original Jaclyn Hill palette, the mattes are way easier to blend than this. That shade Mystic did not want to blend into the shade Sparks at all, if you can see that on camera. But now I'm going to go ahead and cut the crease, and I would like to test out this color Gem. It is really pretty, and I would like to see how this one performs. The shade Gem is really pretty. I did not have to wet it, and it performed really well. I'm not going to put on lashes or finish my face or eyes or anything because I'm just going to take this off. I just wanted to test out these shadows. I will put pictures of the finished looks because I did do these looks and posted them on Instagram, which this one, I don't know if it was the lighting, but it pictured way lighter than it actually looks. It looks really dark in person. But I think this isn't the worst palette I've ever used, but I am a little disappointed in Morphe because of the whole situation. Like them saying they redid all of the palettes in less than a month. It seems like that's not enough time to redo all of these makeup palettes, and I think the mattes in this did not perform well at all. I think they were kind of patchy. They had to be built up for pigment, and you really had to blend them out. So it took way more work than other matte shadows that I own, especially other matte shadows that I do own by Morphe. So I don't think these will be beginner friendly. I think that Morphe has better quality, so they should be disappointed in putting quality out like this. I think the shimmers were okay. I do like this shade Gem. It kind of reminds me of the purple shade in the original Jaclyn Hill palette. I'm going to have to double check on that. But overall, it's not the worst palette I've ever used, but it's definitely not the best. The color scheme's pretty. I think there needs to be more transition shades than just that, because that's really the only one you have as an option. But I understand it is a mini palette. I don't think I'll really be able to use this on its own for looks. I think I'll have to use other palettes with it. Maybe using it with other palettes you'll be able to create prettier looks, but I just don't see myself going back to any of the matte shades in here. I really feel like the only shades I'll use out of here are the shimmers. So a little disappointed, but I'm not going to take the time to return it. I will keep it, but I definitely will not be buying any others from the Vault collection. I've seen a picture, and I'll put it right here, of all the palettes compared to her original, and I think they're pretty similar. They're just a few different shades. So if you have the original Jaclyn Hill palette, or if you can still get it, I would just get that over getting any of these out of the Vault, because I do have that one, and I think it performs way better than this one. But that is all. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. If you have any suggestions for future videos that you would like to see, leave them down in the comment section below. Bye.